Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Suikoden 5. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Alright, so we are on our way to visit the Senate. I think we might be able to get out there by going through the main doors in the in this hall here. Oh, incidentally, I did a little bit of extra research. Which is a button? Oh, yes, here it is. Stats. So, I was talking about the Star Rune, aka ST there. I did a little additional research, and the Star Rune is actually a fragment from the original rune that the Sun, the Dawn, Twilight, and the Night Rune were all... They all were once one rune. So we are actually getting to see the other portions of Victor's sword in the Sun Rune. Oh, there's a save crystal there. Kinda wish I'd known about that. Oh, well, whatever. Hey guys, how's it going? Are you going on an errand, Your Highness? Yep. You could say that. Welcome back, Your Highness. I'm actually leaving. I wonder what kind of competitors will appear in the Sacred Games. I can't wait to see. It's kind of offensive that only men can join, you know, really? They should be equal opportunity. Joined at the hip with Lady Leon, a hot mom and aunt. Cute little... Oh, I thought he was talking about Leon there, but... Joined at the hip with Lady Leon, a hot mom and aunt, a cute little sister who's gonna be a knockout when she grows up. Some guys have all the luck. You're talking about relatives! The hell! Oh, Your Highness, I was just talking to myself. No, not thinking any pure thoughts, not me. You're totally thinking, not only were you thinking impure... Oh, they're illegal impure thoughts. Ooh, hello. Obtained a scarf. Well, it's not exactly cold around here, so I don't exactly need a scarf. What do I do to equip things again? Not there. Well, I guess this could work. Let's see. Physical defense +1. I got a spare slot? Sure, why not? So we get more equipment slots in this game than we have in the past, which is pretty nice. My master is absolutely devoted to Her Majesty the Queen and His Majesty Commander Ferret. Absolutely devoted! The Queen's Knights fought valiantly to protect Felena during the Arma's invasion 8 years ago. But they paid a heavy price. Most of them died or were too injured to continue their duties after the war. Only Sir Galleon, Commander Ferret, and Sir Zahak remained. That's why most of the Queen's Knights on active duty these days are so young. Every new member of the Queen's Knights, from Sir Kyle onward, had to win the confidence of Commander Ferret. He's made sure they're all hardened and ready for battle at a moment's notice, no matter how young they are. You say so. Guys, I think we need some railings here. This seems a little unsafe. Plus, without railings, how could we get railing kills? Can't do anything down here, nope. Can I go off the other side? No. Hello! Greetings, Your Highness. On patrol as usual, sir. It's not strictly necessary, of course. There's nothing to worry about here. But it can't hurt to be careful. Oh, I'm sure that we'll never have any problems here. No, of course not. More than a decade ago, the ill will between the Godwin and Barrows factions spilled over into bloody conflict. Even the Queen and the royal family were dragged into things. There were so many casualties. The fact that they united under the Queen's name when Armas invaded 8 years ago is irony itself. Not really. You can always hate your buddy until you get attacked by someone from outside. Now that Armas isn't an immediate threat, the two factions seem set on opening up some old Falanan wounds. 8 years is not enough time for the short rain penalty to go away, by the way, guys. You have nothing to worry about, Your Highness. I'm monitoring all boats for any suspicious-looking characters. Yeah, let me know if someone teleports in. I don't want to go to the, yeah, I don't want to go to the Senate Hall just yet. Since there might be some more treasure. And a kitty! Meow. Kitty! Oh, you're down on the lower level. Just wondering why I couldn't talk to you. Ah, you're going for a walk yourself, are you, Your Highness? No, I'm not loafing on the job. I'm on break, so I decided to go stretch my legs a bit. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not like you need to work every single second of every single hour that you're on the job. Sheesh, that would be silly. Ports are a real magnet for thugs, but I'm keeping a close eye on the place, so don't worry, Your Highness. It's a port on a lake, though. I don't think we need that much to worry about. Ah, another fine day. Perfect weather for skipping out and checking out the fine babes over by... Huh? Your Highness! No. You'd surely never see a dedicated guard like me loafing on the job. No. Maybe you shouldn't talk to yourself. Might be a wise decision there. I feel like there should be something else around here. Well, let's go talk to these people. Your Highness, what fortuitous tidings you see me graced with your presence in a place such as this. I'm bored. Ah, Sir Kyle! Why is everyone here? Have I done something wrong? Yes, you have. I would never dream of insulting your Highness. I have nothing but respect for you, sir. What is this guy talking about? This might be one of the nobles that we saw earlier. Pay no attention to our idle banter, Your Highness. It's all but words and air. So, yes, pay it no heed. Even if a queen's knight should repeat it to you. Yeah, I think these were the nobles that were inside. Oh, hello. I thought there was more. Obtain Mega Medicine. Kitty! I'm not sure how well that... Oops. His Highness! Her Highness! Lady Sealeeds! Why so many of you here at once? Is there some kind of emergency? Yes, there is. We have to dissolve the Senate. Nah, we're just being nosy. I don't think it matters. Let's just double check. No. We're just being nosy. That's right. Oh, I see. I wouldn't call it nosy, Princess. We're talking about your future husband here. Oh, right. Weird. Engagement, future husband. It all seems like some foreign language to me. Oh, right, sorry. Well, as you probably overheard, we're on no official business whatsoever. Can we come in? Of course. Please proceed. Let's not. I think we can get in up here as well. Goodness, your Royal Highness the Prince, what a splendid honor! A princess must be delighted to have a brother every bit as reliable as Her Majesty, even if he does have horrible taste in orange clothes. We pray that the Sun Palace will forever stand in peace. Don't we, Sir Kyle? And you're asking Kyle why? Who knows? You look dashing today, Your Highness. You are truly a sight to behold. See, now I know your line. I'm wearing orange. Could be worse. I could be wearing yellow. The Princess and Lady Sealy's at such close quarters. I'm the luckiest guard on duty today. Maybe you shouldn't be saying that. Do you have some business to attend to at the Senate? It's fairly empty today, you know. It's okay. Hello.
Armus has sent its minions to apply for the Sacred Games. So they plan to usurp our nation from the inside, do they? By seizing the princess's hand in marriage?
I don't think that would really work, considering the fact that the princess is, would be the queen in the queendom of Felena. She could ignore her husband very easily. Besides, isn't that the kind of thing that you should be doing? Getting arranging a marriage from outside rather than inside?
Such audacity, even for them. Applicants from Armus? Not a chance. Not a one of them will get anywhere near the arena.
I don't know, I don't see the complaint here. Didn't mean to talk to you, Leon. Actually trying to open these doors, which are apparently painted on. In the simplest terms, the Senate is assembled from the heads of major households. Lord Marskal Godwin and Lord Salem Barrows are the two most prominent examples. The Senate itself is a forum for political discussion. Its members pass recommendations to the Queen. I don't know why when I said Marskal, it came out in blue, whereas Salem was in white. It's just something that I do. Yes, the Senate's decisions are nothing more than recommendations, you see. Of course, it's up to Her Majesty whether or not to act on those recommendations. At least, that's how it appears on the surface. In reality, Her Majesty can't ignore the decisions made by the Senate. If Her Majesty ignored them, she'd only make enemies. Numerous and powerful enemies. So, she could just put them in prison.
Lord Barrows thinks of nothing but the games these days. No doubt he's hoping to position himself as the princess's guardian and regain some of his power. Would that counteract the Godwin faction's pull in the Senate? Who knows? I know this, though. The games are only taking place now while the princess is still so young, because Barrows pushed for it.
Seems unreasonable.
I suppose if I had put myself in either camp, I'd say I'm with the Barrows faction. But to be honest, I'm not overly happy with some of the things Lord Barrows comes out with sometimes.
I suppose it would help us if we knew exactly what they each stood for, but... Let me guess. Painted on doors.
Barrow's words are pleasant enough, but they're words and nothing more. That man cares only for his money. His bargains with Armas and the island nations bring him wealth. When he speaks of peace, he does so only for the good of his pocketbook. Between his backroom deals and his legions of mercenaries, he's a fraud, and a dangerous one at that.
Oh dear, doesn't sound good.
Barrow's moderate persona is just that, a mask and a lie. I warn you, be careful of that man.
Okay.
Your Highness! Sorry, I'm so nervous. I'm used to talking to members of the nobility, but not royalty.
Kind of surprised you're used to talking to anyone at all.
Oh my, so many members of the royal family all together in a place like this. How unusual. Welcome. What's that? The list of applicants for the Sacred Games? I'm so sorry, Prince. The clerk in charge of the list is on break right now. I'll send someone down to bring them back right away. If you could just wait a moment, Your Highness.
Damn it. Making us wait. Yep, that didn't mean to talk to you.
It'll take a while. Maybe we could use the time to tour the entire Senate Hall.
Okay, in other words, there are things to see.
Sacred Games are crucial in deciding Her Highness's future husband. It's always a tough competition, and it's open to any man in the world. Apparently with the exception of Armas? Technically, anyone can win. But the nobles can always afford the very best gladiators, and anyone who can't is all but doomed. Aside from your father, Highness, the winner has almost always been either a Godwin or a Barrows. Her Majesty and Commander Farad were married immediately after the games, but Princess Lymsleia is still young. I doubt she'll marry for several years yet. The games will be followed only by her engagement, I imagine. That's something, at least. It's easy to despise the nobility when you spend too much time at the Senate, but there are some good people here. I'm not so sure about the Godwin and Barrows factions at the moment, though. They're both way too drunk with power. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on who the good people are, though. Your Highness, forgive me for being so blunt, but can I ask you a favor? No! Off with his head! Sorry, yeah, what was it? Could you possibly recommend me for a transfer away from the guard duty here at the Senate? I just can't stand watching all the senators at each other's throats all the time. Yap, 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 yap. Sure, I'll transfer you to the Royal Kennels. It's a really high floor here. Alright, so we got a couple doors here, it looks like.
The new Arma's kingdom is to the east of Falena. Much of Lord Barrow's territory is in the east of Falena, so they suffered a lot in the invasion 8 years ago. The Godwin's land is in the west, so they were relatively unscathed, you see. Now the Barrows faction is trying to improve relations with Armas, while the Godwins are getting them riled up. No doubt the Barrows faction wants to establish relations with the Armas in order to monopolize trade with them.
Hello! Officials like me can't be at the beck and call of the nobility. Our duty is to serve the country. Well, ideally that's how things would work. But we're forced to get our hands dirty if we want to keep our jobs.
I think maybe some things need to change around here then. Ooh, picture. Can't look at it. Damn it. I'm getting the feeling that you can't actually interact with any of these shells in this game. I don't remember one way or the other. That's an interesting invisible wall. I guess we can go in here. Ooh, loading screen.
Oh, if it isn't the princess! A most fortuitous meeting. Yes, yes.
Oh, God.
And her Royal Highness Sire Leeds, and His Royal Highness the Prince.
This guy sounds
and
terrible.
I see
He looks
Kyla's
terrible.
with you too. Oh, such a pleasure to run into so many people that I usually don't get a chance to see. Oh, yes, indeed. I, Solemn Burrows, am a very lucky man today, if I do say so myself.
Now, why don't you take your luck and leave?
Yes.
Let's see. Huh? What?
Oh, terribly sorry, sir. Indeed, I just got such a twinge of delight from seeing everyone.
Yeah, I don't think that was what that twinge was.
My, I do hope you can forgive
Nope.
me.
Off with his head.
So, Lord Bar...
Alright, let's see. What, hello?
Oh, my, Your Royal Highness. You do sound a tad fatigued.
Yeah, but only since I met you.
Think of it. You and Her Royal Highness Sire Leeds just got back from an inspection visit. Did you not, sir? Oh, no wonder you're so exhausted then.
No, I'm exhausted dealing with you for the whole 30 seconds.
Lord Burrows, why have you graced us with your presence today? What business would bring a man of your stature all the way here? The Senate's in recess, after all.
A man of my stature? Oh no, oh my,
Ah!
You're too kind.
Take a shower first!
Oh,
Ugh!
it's true I've been made the head of my faction. I'm little more than a glorified facilitator. And now that the Senate is out of session, I have to run about on little errands attending to trivial details.
So why don't you do that somewhere else?
Come on, Dad, hurry up. Let me say hello to the princess, too.
No.
Ah, Yoram, my, sorry about that, son.
Greetings, everyone. I trust you are all well.
Nope.
I am Yoram Barrow, son of the great Solemn Barrow.
Not since you came here.
Ah, fair princess, do you remember me, perchance?
Not at all.
Yes.
Damn it.
We met a few times at the Sun Palace banquets, I think.
Oh, princess, you do remember me. My, I am truly the happiest man alive. And I, too,
Nervous
have
laughter.
never once, no, not for one day, no, not even for one moment, forgotten how you look. And now, with the elegant object of my affection standing before me,
Sea Leads,
my
use your
heart
wind
is
rune and put
about
them to sleep.
flutter away. Oh, princess, you are like a precious gem in the heavens that someone such as I could never ever hope to reach.
That's true.
But please, if you would just permit me to kiss that ever so lovely hand
No.
of yours,
That's more than enough of that.
Thank you. Finally, Miyaki. Someone steps in.
Keys, where'd you come
Just
from?
in time.
The only gentlemen allowed to touch the princess are His Majesty Farid and His Royal Highness the Prince. If you still insist on doing so, you'd better be prepared for the consequences.
Do it. Break his arm. Break his arm.
Consequences?
The waters
Yes!
of the
Slit his
Fated
throat.
River are really cold, you know.
Damn it. Why did you not carry out the consequences? I'm so sorry. Her beauty must have dazzled me so that I lost my wits. Please forgive me. But allow me this, your loveliness. Allow me to predict our future with all those present as our witnesses.
No, don't. Shut up now. I command it.
I, Yoram Barrows, will someday be the third man to touch you. Oh, God. Oh. I think I'm gonna puke.
What are you talking about?
He speaks of the sacred games, princess. He's one of the applicants, you see.
I see.
Fierce competitors will gather from all over the country, from beyond its borders even, but I do not fear them. In your name, princess, victory shall be mine. Of course, I'll be using a proxy to fight the battles rather than fighting them myself, because I'm a coward.
Wow, you must be stronger than you look. Can you really, swing a sword?
Her Highness jests. A sword? Me? I'm no barbarian. We have found a mighty champion. He shall carve my way to your heart.
How does that work? My heart's not My heart's got no place for a wimp like you.
Wimp? Well, your Royal Highness!
You want to be my husband? Why don't you earn the right yourself, like my father did? Hey, Lim, I understand how you feel, but...
It's a long-standing tradition that one may have a representative compete in the tournament for him. Otherwise, Noble Thaleda's royal family would be filled with barbarians who were good at only one thing, fighting. Not to call His Majesty Farid a barbarian by any means. Please don't misunderstand me. Princess, there's no need for such animosity. Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. When Yoram wins your hand, we'll be the ones supporting you, backing you. You and I shall be allies. I'm sure you know of Her Majesty's difficulties with the Godwin faction. I'm a senator too, you know, and let us not mince words. Lord Godwin is a bloodthirsty maniac. He thinks only of wringing more taxes from the people, expanding our army, suppressing rebellion.
Oh, so he's Republican. Okay.
And he would subjugate our neighbors with the Sun Rune itself, use it to rule the world.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's a few other true runes out there that might cause a problem in that goal.
If we cannot hold back his lunacy, our enemies will multiply here and abroad. Falena will fall apart. But together, you and I can stem the tide of his madness.
But that's only if Yoram's champion can win the games.
I made her sound a little bit older than I have in the past. Whatever. We understand each other then. Oh my, I must be getting old. All of this rambling. You must all be so weary of me. Yes, yes. It only took a second. I should take my leave then. Yes, please. Sir Kyle, young man, we expect great things from you. Yeah, thanks. Princess, we shall meet again, for such is our destiny.
At least he didn't say density. I'm so tired all of a sudden.
Sir Kyle, young man, what are we, best buds?
That old man's too glib for his own good. Auld, Lym, what did you think? Ooh, am I gonna have it? Yeah! I can't quite disagree with him. I don't think he was completely wrong, really, but... Alright, let's see what the other one is. I can't quite trust him.
Me neither. He's too slick. He must have rehearsed that whole thing. He didn't mean a word of it. He just wants to use me, that's all.
Well, she's wise beyond her years.
Well, if you're that sharp, we shouldn't have to worry about him. Really? But what if that boy's fighter wins the competition? Don't jinx it, Miyakis! But she's right, isn't she? If Urim wins, he'll be the next commander of the Queen's Knights after Farid.
If that happens, I'm out. No way I'm serving under that guy. Let's just hope someone else out there steps up and wins the games. Hello!
I'm very sorry, Your Highness, but I couldn't possibly show you or the princess inside the Senate. There's no debate any longer, just gangs of faction members trying to outscream one another. Lord Rovere would be ashamed to be counted among us now. If only Lord Rovere were still alive. But what's done is done. There's no point in wishing for what cannot be.
Something tells me that there was a plot afoot to trick the Queen into killing him. I actually don't remember one way or the other. These Godwin buffoons! What are they playing at? Let's increase taxes. Let's bring in the draft. What's next? Do they plan to better the nation by choking its people to death? You know, maybe they are like Darth Vader. Oh, Your Highness, I didn't see you there. I was just mumbling to myself. No, go ahead. Tell us more.
Queen Arshtat has my sympathy. Half the nobility supports the Godwin faction, so she can't afford to ignore them no matter what they propose. But she has to keep them in check, too. Meanwhile, the Barrows faction's falling over itself to please her. Managing the Senate is an endless, thankless task for her, especially these days, when she's, kind of crazy. People say Her Majesty has changed recently, but quite frankly, I'm not surprised. If you ask me, I think it's admirable that Her Majesty hasn't resorted to using the Sun Rune again since Lord Lake. If it were me on that throne, both Lord Godwin and Lord Barrows would have suffered the wrath of... oh, no, nothing. The wrath of nothing. I'll just be quiet now.
Your Highness, what's the state of Lord Lake? Terrible, I suppose. What happened was obviously regrettable, but unavoidable in my opinion. After all, Her Majesty gave Lord Rovere such trust, such compassion. To let his betrayal go unpunished would have been to invite disaster upon us all. What could have possessed a man like Rovere to support an uprising? He'd shown Her Majesty such devotion. To this day, I don't understand.
I guess that's about it. There is an upper level. I'm not sure if it leads to, the same place or something, but... let's see if it's a different room.
Princess! And Lady Sealides, and His Highness the Prince, too!
Oh, there's no need for that, everybody. At ease, relax.
Don't mind us, we're just passing through. Please, carry on.
Yes, Lady Sealides.
Oh, those different people.
Run away! Run away!
There aren't many people here today, are there? I heard the Senate is in recess because of the preparations for the Sacred Games.
I guess most of the nobles are out on vacation. That just leaves a couple of officials here and there. Well, one of them's gotta have the list. Let's find it and go home. Or, hey, we could hang around here and gossip all day about who's backstabbing who. Sounds good to me! Dang, they cleared out fast.
The Sacred Games will be held at the arena in Stormfist. So it's been since many, many years ago when Stormfist was the Queendom's capital city. When the capital moved here instead, the Sacred Games were all that stayed behind. These days, Stormfist is Godwin territory. Some worry themselves about that. Still, best not to upset the good Lord Godwin. Mum's the word after and all. The Godwins hold the task of preparing the city for the Sacred Games. That's why applications for the games are handled in the Senate.
Sounds suspicious. His Majesty, Commander Farrad, is one of the greatest contestants in the history of the Sacred Games. Arshtat insisted that he be allowed to enter even though his background was a complete mystery. And he won, purely on his own merits, without a gladiator or anyone else fighting for him. Then, in the Arma's invasion 8 years ago, he led us from the front lines, wielding a sword like a common soldier. That sort of gung-ho attitude has made him a hero among the people. Some members of the nobility certainly don't look upon him with such favor. Commander Farrad has a weakness. It's that he doesn't have the backing of the influential and powerful nobility. The late Lord Roveri seemed to support him, but he's no longer with us. Yeah, something tells me that that was more of an assassination type plot. Okay. I suspect that we can go see the list of applicants now, so I'll go ahead and call it an episode, and in the next one, we'll actually go take a look at that. See you then, everyone. Ooh, zoom in. It's Aldception!